Tim and Tony podcast brings you
the Mild Manner Movie Review with your host, Tim
and Tony. On this special edition, we're going to be talking about Venom.
He did the Monster Mash.
The Monster Mash.
It was a graveyard smash.
He did the mash.
It caught on in a flash.
He did the mash.
He did the Monster Mash.
Alright, so we're going to be talking about the newly released Venom movie that we have both seen.
Yes.
You saw opening night?
I did on Thursday, preview night, which I guess they call that now.
Oh, really? No,
Yeah.
I didn't know they had a thing for it.
Yeah.
Kind of makes sense that they do now, though.
Yeah. Yes, and so if you haven't read all the warnings, this will be spoiler filled.
Oh, I probably should have put a... You know what? I'm gonna add it really quickly because I think I can't do it.
Spoiler.
Yep. Okay. Spoilers. What kind of font you want? You guys are getting a special sneak peek
behind the scenes.
behind the scenes. Oh, what do I have?
Gothic. They don't have it. Sure. No.
Why? No. Let's. Franklin Gothic. Oh, that looks terrible. No. Oh, I couldn't do that one. And text. Oh, it's hidden all the way up here. All right, you know what? No, we won't do it.
No, we won't do it.
It's not looking too good. All right, but yes, we're going to be talking about Venom. Very much spoiler filled.
Yes.
I'm coming off it recently, seeing it, so as in yesterday.
I don't understand. I understand some of the reviews.
I can get the dislike for it, mainly being okay. There's no Spider-Man,
Yes.
so
And
it's like
it
okay,
was tough doing that movie without Spider-Man.
right?
but-
You can't really do you can't have a character story start if it technically hasn't started yet.
Yeah,
It's a
right,
weird way to put it, but
I get what you're saying, though. I don't know. I guess the only thing I would say is it seemed like it took a little long to get to Venom, but it is an origin story.
I liked it because you got Eddie's story, which I think is more. If you know Eddie's story, you get more. You get a better connection with the Venom.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's why.
I like that they said he got ran out of New York because he.
They did like a throwaway line.
Yeah, I don't think. Yeah, unless you read the comics, I don't think
right.
you
You wouldn't really know.
That one of the astronauts was Jameson.
I didn't know that. I don't. While I was watching it, that didn't register.
No,
to me.
registered to me right away. I was like, oh, shoot.
Until after I got this morning at work, I was reading like articles on it. I'm like, oh damn, that was Jameson. That makes so much more sense now.
Yep. And then let's see. I'm trying to think. I thought there would be more of like the villains.
So
the other ones,
more of
not
the,
just Riot. I thought we were going to get a few other ones because in the previews we saw the other ones.
Right, you get to see all the other the different symbiotes, which also they changed her line. They absolutely did, and it's much better. That's what we were talking right before this, like how you go that moment in the movie, we're like, oh, there it is. When she said, I'm like, they changed it. No one around me was like, shut up, dude.
They changed it. But I loved when he got infected, though. It was great. And he was here and, like, I'm hungry. Like, he just started eating things out of the garbage and stuff. That was great.
Like, restaurant scene.
When he jumps in the
goes in the
lobster tank.
Oh, that's better. Just starts eating it raw.
Yeah, that was...
Yeah, like, I like the build. We talked about it a little bit, but I like the build up because you got the story, you got like the background you needed. Because otherwise, if they just went, "Oh yeah, he's a reporter," "Oh, and now he lost his girlfriend," like you'd be like, "Oh, okay, well, what happened? What was their relationship like?" So you kind of miss out on that. But let's see, early on in the movie, I'm trying to like go through the movie and find points to hit on
in sequence. Like him breaking out of the place after he got infected was pretty sweet.
Yeah. Oh yeah. How
he's through the door and jumping on the wall. And that was, would a parasite allow you to climb a tree, 200-foot tree, very fast? No.
Stop calling me parasite.
Yeah. I don't think we see him as like the full Venom until like 45 minutes in.
At least 45 minutes in, because I mean, when he gets
you do see him like attack people with the arms, and
the first time we see it full was after the car chase.
Yeah, when he eats the one guy's head off, and then he goes to eat the other guy's head off.
Actually, this scene that we have, the picture we have, that's like the full takeover.
I love it. I think it's right after that scene when he goes to drop off the phone by his old boss. Oh, yeah. And they climb up the building, though.
I love the...
Jump out the window. Then they show him clicking the button for the elevator. Pussy. That's great.
I like the scene directly before that where he tries to walk in normally, and the security guard there is like, "No, I can't let you go." Yeah. So like that's more where we start to see like the lethal protector start coming in, where it's like Eddie's side is like, "No, we're not gonna eat this guy." And then he's like, "Oh, he's got a family. He's working so many times." It's like, "No, we're not gonna eat him." And then he just runs out. He's like, "Oh, up? Why didn't you just say that?"
Up?
He's afraid of heights.
Yeah. I knew that was going to come up too. And when he was like, "I'm afraid of heights," it's like, they're going to mention this.
He's going to scale some building later.
But after, I feel like as soon as those scenes took place, like it was like nonstop action.
Right.
The rest of the movie.
Moved very quickly after that. Like once after the car chase, it was like, all right, now they're gonna find him. He's got to go back. The hospital scene where
he jumps into the cat.
Yeah.
Or a dog.
The dog. Yeah.
So small enough to be a cat.
And then what I thought was cool, which I didn't even realize, when he gets taken and then he's like, "All right, I'm done with him. Just go kill him." And it's like, okay, well, clearly he's gonna get Venom back somehow.
Yeah.
I didn't see
her.
I didn't see She-Venom coming out of nowhere.
I thought she was just gonna bring the dog.
Yeah. It's like, oh, I knew she realized, okay, it's in the dog.
Yeah.
Because she could see the eyes, and then didn't see the whole.
Her as
Venom.
That was awesome, though.
That was a nice little shout out scene.
Yeah, and then riot scenes were pretty sweet though. Like when we finally get to see him full.
When did he bond with Riot? First time.
The little kid comes in. Okay, he's like, "What are you doing?"
That's what I thought. But because when they first released the blue one for the first volunteer, and then when he was done,
it kills that guy.
I thought that would have been the one that bonded with him because he jumped to the glass in front of him. But I think it's just he was looking for another host so he could not die.
And then was the yellow one bonded with somebody, but we never got to see the yellow one.
No, the yellow one just straight up died.
Everyone knows, like, showing in the previews, like they were like, "Oh, like the one with the chick with the back,"
which is it's
all right though, yeah. Like we get the other ones we get to see are blue and yellow. We don't ever see them actually.
No, we don't get to see them full.
Yeah,
that would have been cool, but it probably would have been just like Venom, but yellow or blue. Yeah. So.
And actually, the only other complaint I'd have is that Venom and Riot were too close in color. I think you make Riot all white.
Either straight white, not like a light gray.
Not a gray, because when they were all getting very entangled,
it was all one color
mix.
You couldn't tell. I got this from another movie podcast I watched when they saw like the Venom trailer. They're like, "Oh, great, another CG fight where you're taking the superhero and just changing the color and fighting themselves, basically."
You need to make them all white or literally blue. You had a yellow, just change it.
You had different enough colors.
The only one not on the table, red.
Right.
The only color not on the table.
Literally the only one you can't use
is red.
And even I liked how they kind of coursed some white through Venom a little bit, like to outline his muscles.
Yeah.
And stuff like that. Because they're not going to do the
Spider. I wish. One day. So that fight was good. And, like, you knew he didn't die.
One thing, too, was like, okay, it's a CG fight. It looked good. Like, it didn't look over the top or it didn't look terrible.
Well, I don't know what two aliens would look like fighting, but I think that's pretty close. When people complain about that stuff, it's like, well, that's because we can't have
it's a comic book movie, genius. What else are you going to do?
It looks fake. Oh, yes, because you've seen that in real life.
Because that can really happen.
That's where I draw the line.
No, not aliens. Not like an alien planet is coming to destroy Earth. That's not working.
I did like that storyline. That was pretty funny. He's like, I'm a loser.
I'm a loser on my planet, too.
Just like you. It's like, what?
The one thing, they kind of explain, like, the whole, alright, yeah, they're jumping from host to host and they kill the host, but then...
They're eating the host because they're not feeding.
They're not getting fed. But then when Eddie feeds them, he's still taking his... So Eddie's still technically dying then?
He wasn't, well, because he wasn't feeding him fully. And they hadn't teamed up yet. He hadn't realized.
So now that they're teamed up, he just doesn't eat them anymore?
Yeah. Okay. That's what it seemed like at the very end. Where he's
right,
like, or I could eat this liver. And he's like, no, you will not.
but literally nothing's stopping him, so... Besides
jumping in
the
MRI.
new relationship. Also, I don't think that's how I've never gotten an MRI, so I don't know, but I don't think it just sends the waves throughout the entire damn room. I don't think that's how that works.
Sends the waves. I don't know, maybe.
It could. Like I said, I've never, thankfully, needed one. So
we did get to see, though, that he was... I like that they did the sound and the fire.
They definitely made the sound super apparent. Mm-hmm. And then they did that one line where he's like, oh yeah,
fire. Yeah, I mean, it's hard to pinpoint. There's like a few scenes that we talked about, but all the action scenes, though, were good.
Yeah. And then the setups were...
And Tom Hardy was the best part of the movie.
Oh, yeah, he played him
he's
well.
On the screen most of the time.
Yeah, it's basically just him.
The girlfriend was all right. I like the girlfriend's boyfriend.
Michelle Williams, Dan.
And Dan, yeah.
Dan the doctor.
I thought he was funny. The bad guy was okay. We didn't really get to... I mean, we kind of got a little of his backstory. He wants to cure everybody. But then Riot takes over and wants to destroy the Earth.
Right. And he's totally fine with it. Like, hey, I'm gonna go get a bunch more of these and you're dead.
And you're dead.
So yeah, it was nothing really special, I'd say, about the villain. It was more like a standard, I'm trying to save the Earth, I'm doing good, not bad. Or I'm not doing bad.
Yeah, I'm doing
bad things for the right reason.
Yeah.
I'm trying to be good, but...
Yeah, that was okay. I mean, basic. Then they gave us those... Yeah. The Stan Lee
cameo.
Cameo was good.
And then
I did like the him at the very end, though, when he eats the guy whole in the convenience store.
I have a parasite.
Oh, when the battle after he gets off the elevator was awesome. In the the fog
with,
or whatever.
The SWAT team?
Yeah. See, like that scene alone would make this movie. If you were to base the movie off that whole scene, I would just made it a monster horror movie.
Oh yeah,
like that would have been perfect.
It's like, where is he?
Yeah.
Just them freaking out the whole time. Yeah,
I think that an R-rated Venom in a horror genre would work.
Oh, then everyone would love this movie. No one would have any complaints with it. Which I think the director said he wouldn't mind releasing the cut he has with all the extra.
People will pay for it.
Oh yeah. But then we get to the first mid-credit scene,
Yes.
which you kind of
I knew it was coming.
I was blanking last night when I watched it too. The San Francisco prison.
San Quentin.
Oh,
Alcatraz.
Alcatraz, that one. That's very clearly Alcatraz they used for like the lines up. I don't know why I couldn't.
I can't believe Michael Bay paid to build this whole thing. I can't believe you recited that whole thing by memory. Yeah, I couldn't tell if you were asleep and you had that mask over your face.
But yeah, it was very clearly
Alcatraz.
Alcatraz as San Quentin prison. Yes.
And then we get to see, and I knew it was going to be Cletus Cassidy in the prison.
Yeah, that's as soon as it was a prison, it's like, oh, I wonder who that could be.
Yeah, I didn't know it was going to be Woody Harrelson though. Like I remember him being on.
He was
mentioned
being
he was
cast,
on set,
and everyone's like, oh, he'd be perfectly. And yeah, he wasn't throughout the entire other movie.
And then did he write in blood, like Welcome Eddie?
It was his own blood, yeah.
Welcome Eddie, though?
According to the comics, I guess, he does that a lot, where he writes
in his own blood.
On the walls.
I figured it was his own blood, but I think I couldn't tell if it said Welcome Eddie or something else.
Also, kind of the same with, like, the Stan Lee, does he know he's got a parasite in him? Because he kind of seemed like it, but I don't think he knows that he's got Venom.
Who?
Cletus.
Stan Lee?
Both.
Oh, Cletus?
Because even Stan Lee's like, oh yeah, both of you will go get her.
I thought he said you two should stay together.
Okay, that's what I thought. But
then
everyone online's like, no, he referenced having both of them.
No,
like,
I don't think so.
And
then I don't think
just
Cletus
made it was just
know.
like, I'm gonna kill you. Like,
I think he just wants to kill everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then he even says Carnage, which is great.
That wig though, that's
It's
Sideshow Bob wig, is what that was my first
the
gun.
perfect villain, you mean?
You're not wrong. It just looked a little. Not. Woody
I could
Harrelson.
see that. Yeah, well, he's bald.
Yeah, but at least give him a better wig, not just straight up like up to here.
Well, maybe he's gonna cut in the next one.
I
They want to
hope
have
he does.
options. They want it to be big so they can make it smaller.
They did a lot of setting up for maybe a sequel.
There'll be a sequel.
Oh yeah.
Depending on this week.
Well, he signed on for 3 movies, so.
Yeah, depending on this weekend coming up, especially.
Yeah, depending on how this.
As long as it doesn't drop too bad, and I don't think it will, because word of mouth has been good.
Yeah.
And it just made a buttload of money.
It broke the October record for movie opening.
Yes, and Thursdays.
And Thursday opening, yeah.
Yeah, it broke.
Seems like that record gets broken every other new release.
Halloween will break it next week,
Yep.
or this coming Thursday.
Yeah.
And then the other very end credit scene, which wasn't at the very end for us.
Really?
No, because there was more credits afterwards for a little bit.
I think once that ended,
You
I
just
left.
left.
Yeah.
There was more credits, and I was like, wait, are we getting a third one? We didn't.
Yeah, I knew there was 2, so I'm like, all right, I'm out after this one.
But it was the Into the Spider-Verse, and it was Miles Morales at Peter Parker's grave.
Of his universe.
Yes. Peter Parker of his universe.
Yeah.
And like that's exactly from the Miles Morales storyline. Yeah, where Peter's dead and
He takes over.
yeah.
That's perfect.
But
I'm excited for that.
yeah, and then I loved what was the line? It was like, we got Spider-Man running down the streets like with a
We've got a kid dressed as Spider-Man
with a homeless
a
corpse.
homeless corpse
And he's just
being dragged by a train.
Yeah. Yeah, that was good. That animation looks awesome too.
Yeah, that's
very different.
So that's going to be a fun one to look forward to.
December.
Yes, can't come soon enough.
Nope. Yeah, Aquaman and Spider-Verse in the same month.
Yeah, but as for Venom, I recommend it. I'm a sucker for comic book movies. I'll say, not necessarily superhero movies.
Yes.
I'm a sucker for it, but it was good. There's really nothing too glaring where it's like, oh, well, that doesn't make sense. Why would that happen? If you understand you're in a comic book world,
yeah,
it's a perfectly fine movie.
Yeah, I liked it a lot. Ton of action, very entertaining. It does what these movies are supposed to do.
Right, it does what you think it's going to do. So that's our spoiler-filled review of Venom. I'd say definitely go see it.
Yes.
Don't want to miss this one.
All right, so that's been our review. Hope you enjoyed it.
Check us out on our website, timandtonytalk.com, where you can find all of our other episodes.
And thanks for listening. I'm Tim.
And I'm Tony. Have a good night.
Good night.